Hello, Andrea Lewis here, certified spiritual medium. Welcome to my new video blog, Bring Joy Back. In today's video, I want to talk about endings and beginnings. Have you heard of the neutral zone? It's the middle stage in a transition. It's the uncomfortable lull in which you can't go back, nor can you move forward. Metaphorically, it's a period of gestation that precedes a rebirth. So let me clarify something. Transitions and changes are not the same. A transition is about crossing over from something old and familiar into something new. They happen on the inside of a person and is reflected on the outside. Transitions change the person at the core because their values and their identities change. So, in other words, you've let go of your ego identity to what was limiting you to what you believed made you valuable. You attributed your self-worth to the car, the house, the relationship, the career, the money. Whereas changes happen on the surface and don't usually involve a lot of emotional and psychological shifts. Transitions are an opportunity for you to grow. This is what your soul yearns, to expand and grow, and she will keep knocking to get your attention, usually in the form of loss, to wake you up. But your ego will keep you chasing, rushing for the next thing, and never stopping to breathe and ask yourself, what do I want? What do I really want? What would make me happy? The neutral zone is the perfect opportunity to get clear on your heart's desires, to dream, to imagine, to check in with your soul, and to do things that bring you joy. I understand that we live in a fast-paced world, and it is so easy to get caught up in the busyness of our lives. We don't want to miss out on anything. The social media posts, the emails, the social gatherings, and whatever else your ego believes is more important. But you're important. Your dreams matter. You matter. The ego's job is to keep you safe because she is comfortable with the familiar. And she will want you to move on as quickly as possible. We don't sit in our grief, in the neutral zone, in the middle, because we can't control how long it will take. And instead of moving forward, we get impatient and we might return to the same type of job, the same relationship or residence out of fear. And so the cycle of repeated patterns continues. To help you get comfortable in the neutral zone, here are 3 tips. So tip number 1 is to express yourself creatively. Spend at least 30 minutes, 3 times a week, doing something creative, such as writing, drawing, painting, singing, dancing, whatever brings you joy. Schedule it in your smartphone and set a reminder. By doing something creative, you're connecting with your soul, where you focus on solutions, access your inner wisdom and intuition. You shift from being in your head, where the ego focuses on problems and fears. Personally, I have dance parties regularly, and I like to draw, and I find that this really does help get me out of my head with the mind chatter. In David Rico's book, How to Be an Adult in Relationships, he writes that when we create, it often soothes us because we connect with our soul, the feminine source of nurturance that exists within each of us. So tip number 2 is something I call the be receptive exercise. So sit in solitude for a minimum of 30 minutes. No music, no Netflix, no radio playing in the background, and tune into your thoughts. Light a candle if you wish, and use the timer on your smartphone to sit and really listen to your thoughts. And tip number 3 is journal. Record any reoccurring thoughts, patterns, or insights. A bonus tip is connect with Mother Earth. Go for a walk for a minimum of 20 minutes. So 10 minutes one way and 10 minutes the other way. No music, and tune into your thoughts. And just if your family needs you, tell them not to disturb you during your time when you're doing something creative, you're journaling, or that you're sitting in silence. And tell them that you're spending time with the most important person, you. So when we slow down and take time in the neutral zone to regroup, we connect more deeply to our soul's calling, and we allow the unfolding of a life that is more fulfilling and purposeful. In my own experience, when I was in the neutral zone, I learned that I had made everyone and everything a priority. I honestly believed that I was helping them, but I realized that I was not. I was avoiding being with myself because I was afraid to make changes in my life. Let's get real here. The unknown is scary. I get it. And so my ego had found ways to distract me, and she did a pretty good job. Maybe you're used to being there for others, and you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Making yourself a priority is not selfish. It's an act of self-love. You're giving the ego what she most needs, and that is love. If you're tired, if you're feeling tired and frustrated that you're not where you thought you would be in life, sign up for my free 7 Days to Joy challenge. You can go to AndreaMLewis.com. Now it's the time for you to make you a priority. So this week's mana card is, hopefully you can see it, Ho'oponopono, to set things right. The message is to restore balance through honest dialogue and forgiveness. This could be with another person or persons, or even with yourself. If a relationship seems out of balance or the harmony of your life feels disrupted, you may want to recite the Hawaiian forgiveness prayer or other forgiveness ritual for the next week. I did a radio show episode called Forgiveness Sets You Free, and you can access that episode at AndreaMLewis.com. In that episode, I talk about the Hawaiian forgiveness prayer in detail and why it's important to forgive others. I also did a guided meditation to Forgive the one person that we often overlook, ourselves. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself so that you can move forward and experience joy. So let me know what you thought of today's video. And if you know someone who could benefit from it, I would be grateful if you shared it with them. So if you have any comments or questions, I would love to hear from you. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, I hope that you do something that brings you joy, because you're worth it.